What's up, friends? Welcome back to PlantSpace. I'm your host, Ramone Garcia, and today we're going to be talking about my vegan health journey. Let's start from the beginning. I feel like since I was a child, I wanted to be a vegan. I remember when I was in the middle school and I was on Facebook, I came across those videos of the chickens that were like live baby chicks going down the conveyor belt to get like grinded in the meat grinder alive. And it was super traumatizing. I remember crying to my mom and being like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to eat meat. She tried to justify it and was like, you have to. I didn't want to. And then I think literally like 2-3 days later, it was Thanksgiving and I was starving and I already didn't eat veggies. I was not like a really healthy veggie kind of kid. So it sucked. I ended up obviously breaking it and eating the turkey and everything else that was there. Years later, it wasn't until college that I was reintroduced to the idea, and that's when honestly things kind of just shifted and stayed for a really long time. So in 2016, I graduated, I went to college. I met this girl who goes by the name Roberta Malman. I love her so much. I haven't seen her or heard of her in a very, very, very long time. I hope she's doing well. She was Brazilian, I believe. Super vegan, super kind. She was an actress, and she invited me over to her dorm one night. I go over, she's cooking this spaghetti and meatball, and she low-key forces me to try it. She was like, no, you need to try it. It's vegan, like, because I had brought it up to her in the past that, like, I wanted to be vegan. So she gives me this pasta, I taste it, and I was like, huh? I've never in my life ate vegan food that wasn't, like, complete. I've never actually ate vegan food ever. So that was the first time that I consume something that was actual good vegan food. So I was down. If that was what the case was gonna be, shit, sign me up. I'm here for it. She gave me some pointers. She gave me some like lists of things to buy, places to go. I just so happened to also meet this guy who I ended up dating for like a year or two, and he was super vegan. So honestly, like, it kind of just set me up for the perfect situation to be vegan in. I dove headfirst into a bunch of research. I watched all the documentaries that they wanted me to watch: Forks Over Knives, Cowspiracies, Earthlings. I watched Earthling Ed's speeches. I watched debates. I watched oh my god, like the list, it's insane how much content I consumed that revolved around like the meat industry, the cosmetic industry, leather, just everything. I went pretty extreme vegan. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I sold all my leather. I threw away all my makeup. I was like super, super, super like plant core. I was super judgmental. I argued with everyone. I was very expressive. It was a whole thing. Flash forward like 7 years, I moved from LA to Texas because of some personal issues, and that's the first time that I've ever broken my hardcore veganism, and I broke it for like a while. I think I was vegetarian for like 3 years, honestly. While I'm still in Texas, but while I've been in Texas, I went vegetarian just because there's not a lot of restaurants like there is in LA. I was really spoiled living in LA. There's like 10,000 different vegan restaurants. Everywhere has a vegan option. Everything is delicious. There's many genres of cuisine. Here, it's American food, one Mexican place, and one Mexican place, one Asian place, and that one smacks. That one was really good. And that's it. Like, there's not a lot of locations. And if I want to find, it's so much more difficult. So I was like, if I'm already going to be this restricted in all these other categories in my life, the least I can do is enjoy some queso. But what brings us to this video today, I recently watched a documentary on Netflix that was like something about microplastics and infertility, and it talked about our diet and how crazy of a lifestyle as Americans we really have. And it felt really crazy. It felt wild to watch this video, this documentary, allow it to finish, and then not take action from the research that was just shown to me. Obviously, there's only so much you can do to not consume microplastics. Microplastics are everywhere. They're in our water, they're in our air, they're in our food, they're in fish, they're in everything. I mean, I don't eat fish, but still, they're in everything. So it's pretty impossible to avoid a microplastic, but there's other things like red 40, chemicals, artificial dyes. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And it boggles my mind as an adult that is, I'm getting older. Like I'm grown, I'm developed. I'm just continuing to level up, but I'm grown. That's it. Like I'm not, this is it. So why would I continuously consume things that in the long run are going to degenerate my life, potentially give me some sort of a disease, I mean, just lower the quality of life that I am meant to have. Intentionally, mind you, all because I wanted to fuck up some gummy bears, some candy, some soda. I don't eat meat, but, you know, like, there's just a lot of things that we can consume that aren't ideal for you, and in the long run does you a lot of damage. And I just feel like I'm at a point in my life and in my age where I can't pretend that that's not true. So I went vegan again about a week ago. And then it was about a week ago. It went, I mean, really, I tried to do it about like 2-3 weeks ago, and that was not the vibe. I kept messing up. I kept cheating. I had convinced myself that if I'm eating at work and it's not something that I'm like firsthand paying for, then it doesn't matter. But then I like thought about that ingredient in consumption over time, and then that grossed me out, and that's ultimately what put me off of it, because I'm like, okay, if I'm eating a little bit of ranch and it's a little bit of mayo and a little bit of yogurt, then is it really that big of a deal? It's not like I'm paying for it. They're gonna have it anyway. But then I imagined like if I took the ranch and the mayo and everything out of my wrap and my dips and all that, and I put it in like a little cup, and then I stack it up and fill it up, and at the end of the week I have like a jar of said condiment. That's fucking gross. That's nasty. That's like you're drinking mayo over a week. No. That honestly triggered me, and it made me really be like, I'm done. I'm okay. I'm good. I also was just living in Arkansas, and that kind of jump started this desire to get back into my health, because in Arkansas you eat really bad. I was not eating well. I was eating just a bunch of junk. It was all a bunch of junk. It was all a bunch of fast food. Even like the fancier, because I was dining in fancy restaurants as well. Those are not the healthiest. Nothing really is healthy for you that much over there, unless you're gonna have like sweet green or some juices or something that isn't that tasteful, unfortunately. I also was living in a hotel, so meal prepping and like having an entire day-to-day like nutritious kind of journey was not the best. Not that I did it anyway. That's part of why I didn't like mind being there for so long, but after a few months, it definitely like tapped me out. I'm tired of eating a lot of these foods. Like I'm low-key grossed out. When I think about some of it, I'm like, I get nauseous. I used to be able to go to Chili's and fuck up a whole like 3 count of mozzarella sticks. I can't. I can eat like one and then my stomach hurts. It's unfortunate, but I shouldn't even be eating that much mozzarella to begin with. In one sitting, are you kidding? 3 mozzarella things? That's so much cheese. Ugh. I'm like nauseous thinking about it. That's basically it for this video. I just wanted to share a little bit of my journey with you guys, maybe inspire you to start your own personal vegan journey, or you know, maybe eating like meatless Mondays, picking a few days out of the week that you don't consume meat and it's predominantly plant-based. There's all kinds of alternatives to whatever like meat forward lifestyle you're like living. I'm just saying, it's not that bad. I'm planning on making a more like food related video, so that way you guys like have some sort of a, if you want to go vegan and you like, I should have like, I can't sit here and be like, you should go vegan and not provide some sort of like a tool for you to use. That just doesn't make sense. So I'm not saying that's coming soon, but that's coming one day. And that's it for today's video. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever you want, at the Ramone Garcia. I make videos every single day. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.